Hello Libra, I am Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Libra for the month of November. That is your financial card reading. As always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Libra for the month of November. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. The 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current financial situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So, Libra, here we go for your financial card reading for November 2021. Hello Libra, and welcome to the shell or the water group for your philosophical financial card reading for November 2021. The first card that we see here is the card of luck. Well, we say that money don't bring happiness, but of course we all know we need money. Once our basic needs are covered, shelter, food, and we are warm or we live in comfortable conditions, of course, then we aspire to self-fulfillment. We want to make ourselves happy. However, this card tells you we need to think about our essential needs. Anyway, it goes without saying that most of us would like to have more. We like to travel more, spend more, but this card tells us this. In general, this don't guarantee our feeling of completeness. So this card tells you to take a break and think about your pursuit of happiness. It all depends, of course, on the person, what kind of standard of living that you have projected for yourself. Is it that of a king? Is it in the middle, or are you happy and satisfied with the basic things in life? We need to see here also with this card, if money was so strongly connected to joy, why are the super rich so unhappy? So this is a question what we need to ask us. Of course, money is essential in order to meet our basic needs. However, once these are fulfilled, our quest does not depend on that anymore. So this card tells you to enjoy the little things in life, appreciate the ones who love you around you, and probably this is where your treasure is. This is probably the real deal, like the coffee we see here. Then the second card here, we probably are in a certain situation that we need to accept. We have the credit card here. Next to this card, probably we overdone it a little bit with our credit cards in the past month. And here we see that we need to accept our situation as it is here. Maybe you have been looking out for some promotions and you spend more than what was your intention. So here with this card, we need to realize sometimes that we need to manage our finances for now. And here also this card tells us that this will not come by an increase of income, but it comes with the way we spend our money. We can live comfortably with what we have, but the point now here is that we learn to balance our source of income here. And we also need to realize that money is not associated with happiness, as the first card here, the 2 cards here are connected here. We also need to realize that there are people who are much poorer, who have much less than we have. Also, a lot of people in these times lost their job because of the viruses that are put upon us here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, the bottom line is no matter what we earn, the question is here, it's the way we manage our income. So here this card tells us we need to make a balance between our income and our expenses, and it's our actions that determine if we are short of money of not. So this card asks you not to aspire to necessarily an additional source of income or a raise, but here you try to spend within your means and what you earn. The last card that we see here is that probably you spend a little bit too much, and for some people here they spend beyond their means here. Maybe you didn't done something, you bought something that you wanted, and maybe now there is some payments that require your attention. If we buy too much, sometimes we need to sit on the blisters here. Maybe there are certain credit cards that you have debts on, and you need to balance this out. Anyway, if you are unable to balance out certain credits immediately, you need to realize here that this will cost you interests here. Some of these credit cards, you need to check it out. Probably one of your credit cards that you have always gives you money, and that's probably the bad apple in the basket, because mostly if these cards give you always money, it means they charge you enormous interest. Some of these credit card companies are real sharks, and you need to check the interest fees that they charge you. Excuse me. Next time that you get your invoices from the credit card companies, just compare the fees that you pay here with the companies, and if these companies really overcharge you, you need to check this, and maybe you need to think about changing credit card company, because some of these companies, they are really over the edge here. Anyway, you need to check this out, and anyway, we need to check out also if this for yourself, you need to make an evaluation also for yourself if you have these problems on regular basis. If you do so, you need to probably readjust your financial situation as a whole and try to balance yourself out and control yourself more. So this cards tell us that we need to go on an adventure and try to balance, accept the situation that we have here, and try to balance our credit cards out. I'm only the card reader. I'm just reading here what is here. So Libra, for the shell or the water group, this is all for your philosophical financial card reading. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If this card reading didn't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are connected here. Please check out also now the short monthly card readings that we do now, the love card readings for the sign of Libra and for all other signs. And of course, the extensive card readings with the Lenormand that you already know. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and we see each other, I'm sure, in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Libra, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your philosophical financial card reading for the month of November. As the first card here, we see the card of proportions, or keeping everything in balance. As we know, everything in life is relative, and we can only put the value of our money in context to our own financial situation, meaning a monthly payment for someone's home who's living on one salary with 4 children is very different to a 2 earners family with a small rent or no rent at all. $2, for instance, for people who live in a poor country or €2 can mean the difference between eating and not eating for these people. So everything is relative in our life. This is what this card is about. Here we need to see that it's you who keep the balance of your cards. Maybe you're a little bit unbalanced now for your spending. Maybe you spend a little bit here to the next card, to the loved ones close to us, but we will come immediately into that. Anyway, it's here that we need to establish a relationship between what we spend and what we earn. You are in charge here of these balances, and it's about balance. The sign of balance, Libra, is balance. Anyway, we need to check here if we are out of balance here. It's best here, a small trick is here that we take a piece of paper, we put everything in categories, what is important for us, essential needs, luxury items. You make categories and you see here, write everything down, and then you can immediately see what is out of proportion, and you can adjust your situation and get out of these difficulties if you have difficulties, or maybe you can adjust your situation with adjusting the way you spend your money. Anyway, a small trick here is we write everything down the old-fashioned way so we can see. The second card is that we probably love the people around us very dearly, as most of us do, our children, our partner, or our lover. And this card tells us that you probably show affection to these people. You buy them gifts here, you buy them presents, maybe you take people out to dinner. You are a generous type. You express your feelings by giving them gifts. If it's their birthday or when it's the holidays, year by year, you search for the rare pearl in the supermarket. You want to make their eyes shine one more time, but as we know, we cannot buy love or affection. So this card tells us, rather than shopping around in malls, think how you can please your loved ones. And the simplest way actually to please somebody is very simple. It's what none of us have anymore these days, and that is time. This card tells you to spend quality time with your loved ones. We need to know that the best memories that we carry with us are related to small anecdotes, funny coincidences that happen in our lives, activities that we did together with our loved ones, and it don't come from objects that we buy. We didn't get more affection of that. So this card tells you to be gentle with yourself, see the positive impact that it will have if you spend more time with your loved ones, and don't only rely on your finances, but deepen out your relationship that you have with the loved ones. Then the last card here that we are seeing is the value of small amounts of money. Most of us don't pay much attention to small amounts of money. Even if we have a credit card or we spend small amount of money, we don't pay attention to it anymore. We think it has no financial impact of us, but actually, if we spend always small amounts, this amounts into a big amount yearly. So this card wants you to think about that. So give it your critical look of your eye, and check here if you cannot adjust your expenses. Also, things like everything is discounted. It's best not to go into that in going into discounts. It costs us sometimes if we buy these gadgets, these ointments, these shoes, these electronic gadgets. The question is, do we really need all that stuff? This card tells us that each small amount of money is important. Each coin is important. $5 leads up, or €5 leads up to 100, and 100s lead up to 1,000. So this card asks you if you still value small amounts of money that you're spending. If you don't pay attention to them anymore, you should check it out, and maybe you should re-evaluate. Maybe it's better to save for something that you already longed for a long time, that you can do together with your family, or something that is personally very important for you on the long run. Sometimes this is a better target that we keep in mind here. Anyway, Libra, for the air group, this is all for your philosophical financial card reading for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are directly connected here, and check out also our love card readings, Lenormand, the short love card readings that we do now each month for the sign of Libra, and of course the extensive card readings that we do every month for the Lenormand for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Libra, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for your monthly philosophical card reading for the finances this month of November. The first card that we see here is repayment of debts. Maybe you have been a little bit overzealous with some spendings in your money, and maybe some of your accounts need to be balanced out. Anyway, first, this card tells us that we don't need to be discouraged. It's by paying small amounts, small steps that we get back in balance here. So don't give up before you start if you have some unbalance in your accounts here. Anyway, if you have several loans or several debts, it's best here with this card because the card can go out several directions. Make a list if you would already be in financial trouble of your loans, write down the respective rates, and then set priorities here with these accounts here. Anyway, if you have several credit cards and several debts on several credit cards, the best thing to do here with this card is find out the one who costs you most, meaning the one who has the highest interests. This is probably not hard to find because that's probably the card who always gives you money, even if it's very low. The reason for this is because this is the one who charges you most. Some of these credit card companies are real sharks, so you need to pay attention. Don't be surprised if you buy an article and it's not balanced out by the end of the month. You pay 20% more if you don't balance out your accounts. Some of these companies are really not honest. Of course, they smile if you go in or you stay in low balances, and for them it's a very nice way to do business. But for you, the situation is, of course, not so prosperous, and you need to try to get rid of these expensive cards. You can do this best by filling out or filling up this account as soon as possible with small amounts of money. And then maybe the best thing to do is get rid of this card once and for all, because this is not a good thing to do. You need to check out if there are no cheaper alternatives here, no cheaper bank accounts. Some people nowadays use a lot of internet banking. You can save a lot of money there also with internet banking, because these companies have no branches. So there you pay only your credit card, and the amounts the monthly amounts that you pay are very small. So check it out if you cannot find a solution that way for getting out of a difficult situation if you are there. And if you have reduced your debts, you will be able to restore a less restrictive lifestyle. Maybe you need to restrict the whole thing a little bit now. Maybe it's not so severe, this situation, because you have the savings account here in the back, but I'm assuming there is some issue here that need to be solved out with this card. The second card here is the card of publicity. It means probably that this group from Libra is quite sensitive for publicity that they see on buses, on the internet. Everywhere we look around us, there is publicity. Our head is turning everywhere, and it's real. It's a propaganda. Some people are very sensitive anymore, and also some people lose track what is essential and what is luxurious. So here, we need to realize this is about marketing. There's pressure of marketing. So this card advises you to stop going into flyers. If you have problems and you always see pop-up publicity on the internet, just put ad blockers. Stop searching for tech gadgets. Stop searching for ointment, for juice, for whatever that is that makes you weak and makes you easy to buy. So you need to compare certain situations. For instance, we need to compare ourselves with the situations of our grandparents who had no access to credit cards. This card tells you to take a critical look and try to restrict here your curiosity here for new trends, and always following these trends. If you do so, you will get in a better financial situation for yourself, because according to the cards here, you're able to save money if you adjust your lifestyle, and because this is the card from automatic savings, so it means you actually can. Maybe you spend in the wrong ways, and this card tells us to take care of ourselves on the long run. It wants us to set an automatic savings account. What is automatic savings? Well, if you have money left by the end of the month, instead of spending it to things that you are seduced to, you put it automatic. You give an order on your laptop for automatically transferring money from your working account to your savings account. And this way you can save serious amounts of money. You can invest that in something else, or you can save for something else. If you have a target for saving, maybe you can put this, buy this automatic saving system. If you are very strict with yourself, maybe even you can save for your retirement. If not, you can save for your children. Maybe you need something for your children, or maybe there is a project that you have in mind already for a long time on your house that you want to renovate, or a dream trip that you're already on for a long time. If you do so, and even increasing your savings here every month, you could really get your target here, because this means that you are able to discipline yourself if you have this card here. So begin the virtuous circle that will lead you towards security or your dreams. Anyway, Libra, this is all for the stone group for this month, or the group. I hope you get a little bit wiser with this philosophical card reading. If this reading don't fit your role, please check out the other card readings that are connected here. And please check out also the short love readings now that we do each month for the sign of Libra with the traditional Lenormand card. And of course, the extensive Lenormand card readings that we do every month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time and for your attention. And I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you and bye-bye for now. Hello Libra, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your philosophical financial card reading for November 2021. The first card that we see here, this is quite a good card reading that we see here, is probably that you are about to receive some kind of bonus or some kind of additional salary on your payments here. Or it might be also a gift that you get from parents, or somebody gives you something here. This is what it's about. It will be a gift of money. But the question is not about that. The question is what we do with this money. The problem is, if we get bonuses or whatever it is, mostly these bonuses are already spent before they reach our wallets. So what do we do with it? Well, some of us pay our credit card debts with it. Some of us buy a gem with it. Some of us go to a well-deserved relaxation weekend. Anyway, mostly we spend even more than the expected amount. And for this thing to really make a difference in your life, we must not spend it, but we must keep it. Maybe it's best here to put it in a savings account and let it there for a month, and then take a break of spending it and see what you can do with this money, and then take optimal use of it. So you will avoid the impulse of spending this money before it even reaches you, or even for some of us, getting more debts. Anyway, the second card that we have here is the price of our conscience. What does that mean? Well, the first step toward financial transformation is of course being aware of how we spend money and improve our situation. And you are the only one here who is in charge, who has the abilities here. We cannot hope for better days. We need to be the main architect of our life and of our money here. If you had some debts or some difficulties financially, you are the one who can make the difference. So this card tells you to reflect over your money again, 2 times similar card here that we have. If you would be able to save some money, just think how you can save money. If you want to spend money, write it down on what you want to spend it. Also, if your condition is difficult now, see what you like about your condition, see what you don't like, take a step back, take the big perspective. Anyway, if we are careful with our money, we can save it. So don't be passive, take control over your situation, find solution and improve your existence. The last card here is about luck. It says that money don't bring happiness, but of course we need all to admit that we need money for surviving. But once our basic needs are covered, then we can only aspire to self-fulfillment. And how do we get this self-fulfillment? Well, we cannot get self-fulfillment by buying things that are not really necessary. Of course, we all like to have more, we like to travel more, we like to spend more, but this does not guarantee our feeling of completeness. So this card tells you, as the other cards do, to take a break and think about your pursuit of happiness. It depends on what is your expectations, your standard of living that you want to achieve. Anyway, we need to think, if money was so strongly connected to happiness, why are so many of the super rich so very unhappy? Money is essential, of course, to meet our basic needs, but once our basic needs are covered, well, it becomes a total different thing here. So this card tells you to enjoy the little things in your life, the people who are around you, the people who love you. Maybe this is where the real fortune is. So probably this is the real deal, and the real deal is probably already around you. So Libra, if this card reading fit you, it's fine. If this card reading you don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are connected here immediately to this video. Please check out also the short love readings that we do now for the sign of Libra each month, and of course the extensive readings, Lenormand readings we do every month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time and that you spend on my channel, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for your time, and see you soon.